Supersize your business with the RAPLIG process. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we are looking at life framework area audit for relationships. Guess what? Business is all about relationships. As much as we would like to think sometimes we could do it without all the people and all the relationships and all the different relationships we have with all the different organizations and outside entities, we probably couldn't, right? It takes a village to raise a business. It takes more than a village. It takes a community of people working together to create what it is that we want to see in the world. And so today we are looking at the relationships with respect to our business, relationships with stakeholders, relationships with customers, relationships with internal relationships with from one department to the next, interdepartmental, intra-departmental, all the different relationships that exist in our organizations, formally and informally, right? There's the formal organizational chart, and then there's the whole informal. It's like the grapevine, the grapevine, there's still grapevines in every organization imaginable. And it is often faster, not necessarily as accurate, but faster to communicate things through the grapevine than it is through the formal communication channels. It's also often a lot faster and easier and more efficient and effective to get changes made in our organization in any area because of the relationships that we've built and the network that people have within and outside of the organization. So today we're going to apply the RAPLIG process, which stands for, this is my long notebook, review. We're going to review our relationships. Just take a quick, and then the second step, of course, is audit. So we're going to review and think about from the big picture overview. Then we're going to audit the details of our relationships and just think about the different categories of relationships that we have, and some high points and some low points in those areas. We're going to look at our progress. Have our relationships improved over the last year, or have they stayed the same, or have they actually deteriorated in some instances? Sometimes we let customers go, right? Sometimes we let suppliers go because they're not in alignment with our core values or our beliefs or what we're trying to create for our business and for the world. So we're going to check our progress. Then we're going to capture the lessons that we've learned with respect to relationships this year. Are there some things that we've done really, really well that we want to make sure we take with us going forward into next year? Are there some lessons that we learned the hard way and some mistakes that we made that we want to make sure that we're putting things in place that we don't make those mistakes again? Guess what? There's plenty of mistakes. We'll come up with new ones to make. We don't need to keep making the same ones over and over again. And then we're going to look at the impact, which is a way of saying the relationship between all different areas and aspects of our business, as well as the life framework. We're going to look at us in relationship to our business. We're going to look at the different key players in our organization and their relationship, or categories of groups, depending on the size of your relationship. I worked for some companies in my corporate career that had, back then we had 80,000 some employees. So now I'm sure they're well over the 100,000 mark, way, way over that, because that was, 3 decades ago. So, and then after we look at all this information, do all this review, RAPLIG it all up. G stands for goals, next year's goal or goals. What is our primary focus for the area of relationships next year? Because if we don't have any goals or any intentions set in this area, that's why we're going through all these different areas and aspects of the life framework. It won't happen for our business. I mean, it'll happen, but it won't happen for our business, meaning we might not get the results we want because we haven't intended to create improved relationships throughout our organization. So it's all about the intent. Our goals are all about the intent and where we're going and keeping us on track toward the vision of that thing that we're trying to create. All right, any questions about this? You know what to do. Just ask. If you'd like more information about the RAPLIG process or see more examples of it, you can go to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. And in Guide 2, there's a write-up, and we're following Bert throughout the whole 9-day process as he journeys through and applies this process to each area and different aspect of his life. And I like doing that because it gives me another frame of reference besides just my own experience. It allows me to look at a person's and share that person's story, which I find very valuable. If you don't find it valuable, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep doing it. All right. Have an awesome day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.